Hey, welcome back. So I came out here, it's Tuesday right now. I came out and was looking at a few things today and realized I made a little bit of a mistake. Well, this is unintentional, of course, but you can see I've already got this set up. But so I had the wall up, mocked up, and this face here is supposed to be even with that face there. And as you can see, it was about a quarter of an inch over. And so I think what happened is I got all the glue put down and I put the countertop on and had it lined up. And then between that, having Andrew help push down on it, drilling the holes, riveting and all that, it just inadvertently got shifted a little bit. So anyway, so I had to, you can see the angles are gone off of this edge. They're over there on the bandsaw. I had to drill the rivets and pull those off. And I'm going to run the skill saw down this and true that up to where it's trimmed nice. And then I'm actually going to look at, I think that this side is okay-ish. It seemed like the wall was sitting flat up against it. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm going to check that too, just to make sure that nothing is jacked on that side either. But, and then once I'm done with that, then putting these angles back on, I'm going to have to come back and punch new holes in this angle. Or in these angles, because these I won't be able to use the same holes because there's, you know, a chunk of a rivet stuck up in the panel now. So I'll have to split the difference on all these and punch some new holes in these things. Yeah, I'll probably just reuse these. I was thinking, oh, I could make new ones, but I think I'll just reuse these and just punch some new holes in them. I think it'll be okay. But anyway, a little bit of a mistake, but it's very, very fixable. So. And I'm glad I caught it at this point and not after the wall was glued on. That would have been terrible because that would have been a lot harder to fix. Would have been terrible. I could have probably just used the DA sander, the electric sander, to sand the whole thing off of there, but it's a lot easier to cut with the saw and it's a lot straighter to cut with the saw. So anyway, I'm gonna get this fixed and clean up all my drill shavings and vacuum some stuff, and then maybe this weekend I'll be gluing the front bulkhead cubby storage on here. I was talking to my buddy Brad. Thanks, Brad, for the help on deciding what to do. I'll put a picture in here. You can see that the old style was four cubby holes, but there wasn't a divider in the center. And now this is what they're going to look like. I'm just going to do two long, wide open cubbies that are, you know, basically full width, so that we can fit whatever we need to in there. And there's not like that little center divider blocking anything. That way, bags, backpacks, blankets, whatever can go in the bottom, and then, you know, some smaller stuff up in the top, toiletry bags or whatever. So I think that'll work out pretty good. And then I'm sure I said it before, but I do have to remake two panels. I have to remake the pantry, the vertical inside wall of the pantry over there. I have to remake that one because, here, I'll show you. Let's look down that and see if we can see. That's got quite a bit of curve in it, because this, I think this came out of one of the first panels that I did, and I kind of didn't really know what I was doing when I did the first couple of panels. So the very first panel, like that these came out of, that this came out of, and some of the other ones, it was really warped. And so luckily the big bed platform was okay, but then this panel right here, which is the front face of the rear upper shelf, this came out of the first panel too. And as you can see, I tried to just put the foam to the very edge so the edges are kind of curved over from the vacuum table membrane pulling down on it and stuff. So I think I got a remake both of those and make them nice. I mean, this trailer is going to be with us for quite a while, so I want to have it nice and not compromise and use crappy panels. So anyway, trim my mistake, get that fixed, get the angles glued back on and riveted, and then it's on to the bulkhead in a few days. So see you in a couple days. So today's Sunday. I got on a little bit of a roll yesterday, and it was super hot in here. It was over 100 degrees outside yesterday, so it was like 90 in here for most of the day. So I kind of just got a bunch of stuff done as fast as I could so I could go inside because it was a little miserable out here. But I got a bunch of stuff done yesterday. Check this out. So I got the divider up, the front cubby face, and I got both the angles put in for the shelf. So the funny thing is too is so I've got, obviously you guys have seen my computer model of this thing, and so I had this divider in a specific spot on the model for the width of the shelf that I cut for it. And then when I put this divider up, I just kind of arbitrarily just put it kind of next to the openings in the front face. So I got to cut about 6 inches off of that shelf. I didn't even think about looking at the width. I was just kind of on a roll. I was like, I'm putting it here. So anyway, that got put up. I don't think it's that, I mean, it doesn't really make any difference. There's going to be a ton of storage up here anyway. So having a little bit narrower there, and then having this spot with that door that Nicole suggested to go in. I think this will be a good spot for some, outside storage for something. The shower's going to go on this side of the trailer, and eventually there's going to be what the hell's the brand name? Precision Temp, I think, is the name. One of those is eventually going to go in here, so this could store you know, the shower enclosure or whatever up here. So anyway, let's look at the other side of it and see what that looks like. So that looks pretty good. And I did route the groove in the all around the openings so that I can use so I can put that style of T-molding on around the openings. The corners are a little tight. They're only 2-inch radius, but it should be okay because on the T-molding that I have, I'll just trim the actual T part off of that to go around those corners, or put slits in it or something to go around that sharp corner. So it should be okay. And I'll use terracin to glue that stuff on too. So should be all right. So I think the next thing that's going to go on this thing is the wall. So I might be preparing to put the wall on here soon, which would be awesome. And then I thought I was thinking about the top, because I was going to make a curved, you know, because of the curved roof panel. I was thinking, oh, I need to make a form for that and laminate it with a curve in it. Then I was messing around with one of these panels the other day, this narrow one here, and it's got, you know, it's flexible enough that it could go around that. But so I probably could laminate the roof flat and then just bend it around that. I think it'd probably work. So I don't know. I'm still slightly undecided on that, so we'll see what happens. But anyway, enough talk. Let's do something. All right, guys. Shelf is in, glued and riveted. Looks pretty good. I had to trim it. I had to trim the length, and I had to trim about that much off of it too, because apparently I never updated my drawing for that panel after I changed all this stuff, but no big. It was good that it was bigger and not too small. So, and that was like the max angle I could cut on with the skill saw, and it happened to be almost enough. You can see it's just, ouch, it's just slightly shy, but that doesn't matter. I think that'll work fine. Just fill that gap up with a bunch of adhesive. I'm gonna have to order more adhesive because I've got 3.5 sausage packs left, and it takes 3 to do just a wall. So yeah, I'm gonna need probably, I don't know, I might order, well, I don't think I need a whole case. I'll probably order half a dozen and then see how far that gets me, or maybe 8 and see how far that goes. I think 8 would probably do it, but I don't know. Should work. We're not putting a wall up today, unfortunately, because I have 1 rivet left. I have a backup box of some short ones that I originally bought that they're not long enough. That's why I bought the longer ones. So no wall today, but I'll order some more rivets, and then maybe next weekend, or maybe even this week one day, if I've got a free evening, then I can get the wall put on. But I think that's pretty good progress for like 3 days or whatever. It's actually starting to look pretty dang good, if I do say so myself. So I think that's going to be it for this episode. Thanks everybody for watching. If you know somebody that would enjoy seeing this project, or if you have any questions or anything, throw a comment, share it to your friends or whatever, and appreciate you watching. Thanks. See you next time.